If you're watching this video and you currently have 47 tabs open on your phone that says treadmills, boxing punch bags, weightlifting bench, dumbbells, kettlebells, and you think that that is what you need to start a home gym, then please watch this video till the end and hopefully we'll give you 3 basics that you can start with that will help you get into home fitness without spending thousands of pounds. So first things first, there is one golden rule that we always talk about when we talk about starting fitness, and that is what motivates you. So the first thing you buy when you buy a fitness equipment is think about what motivates you to get into fitness. Are you doing it because you want to throw punches like Anthony Joshua? So do you need a punch bag? Are you buying it because you want to do a 10K in 5 months' time? Buy a treadmill. Or are you simply doing it because you want to start moving and getting mobile? That is the golden rule. Don't buy what looks great on Instagram or on social media. Buy what works for you and your goals. Where are you going to put it? Now, are you somebody who's got a garage that is going to be great for using in terms of space? Or are you someone who's trying to work in a very small footprint area and you might just have a little sliver in the kitchen where you go, you know what, I could swing a few kettlebells in there and then start from there. You don't need an expansive space to get started. This is your start point. This isn't your end destination. So just remember that when you're buying your first lot of fitness equipment, because ultimately you have to start somewhere. Now, another thing to consider is also timing. Not everyone has an hour a day they can smash out X, Y, and Z. So would it be worth spending £1,000 on a treadmill that's going to get used twice a week because you've only had enough time to do that? Or are you just going to settle to get some cardio in by going for a walk with the kids? These are all elements that you need to consider when investing in fitness equipment of any sort, at any level, and at any stage, but particularly as a beginner. And I see so many people make that mistake and they go, well, you know, I'm going to run 20 times a day. Oh yeah? When's that? Because time is not on your side. So when it comes to considering what to purchase, if you're somebody that's looking to train in the house at a time that suits you and you might be able to dip in and do a 20-minute HIIT session, then start to consider that when you're considering what to purchase. So the first product I'm going to talk about today, and one that I'd recommend anyone who's getting into any kind of home fitness and any kind of exercise really to invest in early, is an exercise mat. So this one here, it's just a cork exercise mat that we sell from Miga, and it's fantastic, and it's slim, but it's got the non-slip base, and it's got a nice natural cork finish on the top, so it's nice and soft, and it also has all of the sweat wicking material in it that's going to save you dripping sweat on your floor, basically. So the reason I'd recommend this is it's incredibly versatile. So you could use it for yoga, you could use it for Pilates, or you could even just use it for a mental frame of mind where you go, right, the mat's out, I'm going to do my workout. Again, if you are practicing in a kitchen, if you're doing something like kettlebells, dumbbells, or what have you, you've probably got tile floors. Using an exercise mat is just going to keep you from damaging the floor. When you put the equipment down, you're absolutely exhausted. If you're on a carpeted surface, this will prevent you getting sweat into the carpet. So, as I say, for me, an exercise mat will always be my first recommendation, and they can vary in price. You can pick them up at a local supermarket for £10, you can spend £20, you can even spend £80 if you look hard enough. So, yeah, exercise mat will be the first piece of investment I'd recommend for you. The second one isn't really fitness related, other than it keeps you hydrated, and that is a water bottle. So again, if you're training at home, get yourself a bottle. Don't just drink out the glasses at home. Again, it's that mental mindset that actually I'm doing fitness and I'm doing something to get active. So I like these ones because they're 1 litre and they've got a large drinking funnel, so you can actually drink large gulps at a time. It's got a screw cap on it, so it's not going to drip when you're putting it down in a rush because you're on to the next set. So always stay hydrated with anything fitness related. So why not do that when you're doing your exercise at home? So you've got your exercise mat, you've got your drinks bottle. What next? So product number 3 is where we start to get a bit more progressive with what we're going to do and how we're going to use it. And this is actually resistance bands. So often I see people ask me, oh, how much is an adjustable dumbbell set? I need loads of weights. Or they say, oh, how much does it cost to get 3 kettlebells? I may as well have one at each weight. And I think to myself, that's a lot of space you're taking up within your home area if you're just doing it at home and somewhere to store a lot of things. So I always go back and I recommend resistance bands. Now, The reason for that is, for example, this set of 5 resistance bands gives you resistance over a whole plethora of levels and can be manually adjusted by just simply moving your feet in and out, or by extending the distance in which you do your range of motion. So for me, a set of resistance bands is going to actually add a hell of a lot more value and a hell of a lot more versatility to your workouts than actually just having a heavy weight. So I'd always recommend resistance bands. And again, I'll show you in a second a few sort of exercises that they can be good for, and they really can start to take your body weight workouts to a more progressive workout with resistance bands by using resistance to gain muscle. So that would be my big choice. And again, so we sell them at about £30. I know you can get sets for 60, you can get cheap sets for tenner. But if you want to get products that work for you, I'd always look at the quality before making the purchase and obviously seek out reviews. We sell the Phoenix Fitness ones, and I'll show you some special features within them in just a second so you can see why these are my chosen ones of choice. So at Buds Fitness, we only ever work with brands that we'd actually use ourselves. And within our fitness studio here in Cambridgeshire, we actually do use these resistance bands every day, literally every day, probably 8 to 10 times a day as well with different people. So, and for different elements. So yeah, in terms of versatility, always recommend a resistance band set because yeah, as I say, they take up absolutely no room. So compared to a set of dumbbells, this little bag can drop into a drawer, put it in your sock drawer, and it's away for the day. And you can then use it next time you get your workout done. So yeah, I'm going to suggest if you're starting fitness today and you want to get from sofa to active, you can then start with an exercise mat, resistance bands, and a jug of water. Not exciting, not revolutionary, but will certainly get you moving and start that journey for you. And something I always believe in is it's easier to gain momentum once you've started than it is to start. So if you can use these 3 things as a basic to get you started, and you start going, you know what, I'm training twice a week at the minute, starting to get a bit of confidence, then you can look at the next investment point, and whether that is something for your home gym or to get you into an actual fitness club, then you can take those next steps accordingly.
So to allow me to expand a little bit on resistance bands and why I like them so much is that our resistance bands that actually come with this fantastic door anchor, which is simply carabiner led, and you loop the resistance band through the handle there, and then the sponge bit goes behind the door like so. Now once it's up there, you are then able to do a wide range of movements, where including the face pulls, which you can do from any angle. You can also do your tricep push downs, you can do lat raises, you can even then put the anchor at the bottom of the door and then do yourself some bicep curls. You can then do some side or lateral raises, whatever you want to call them. And then ultimately, when you're not having it on the door anchor, you are then able to do it from a standing position, adjusting the resistance by widening your feet as so, meaning again, you can add additional resistancy to your workout. By wrapping it around your foot, you can then do single arm bicep curls, which are an amazing feeling to separate out the arms and do one arm at a time. And as you can see here, I've now swapped over to my left arm, and I'm able to then continue with the bicep curls. Something that I don't think is spoken about enough is the knurling on these. It's fantastic, normally reserved for barbells. There is actually knurling on these resistance bands, which adds an extra level of durability and obviously grip.
Big kit warning. Now, a lot of this video was around sort of small intricate items that we can use at home, yeah? And that doesn't mean I'm against big fitness equipment. If you watch one of our earlier videos, we actually did it on the punchbags. And I'll leave the link somewhere in the video here so you can watch that one. And for us, we absolutely love the punchbags. And that's because I have a boxing background. For me, I love to throw hands. It makes me feel better. It helps my mental health. So yeah, I'm not against it. This video is just about getting somebody from sofa to active. Now, if you're someone who's already active and you're looking to progress through, then we'll have videos for you as well. Later down the line, there'll be plenty of videos available talking about different dumbbells, kettlebells, how to use treadmills, how to use rowing machines, all these other elements that can help your home fitness. But this video particularly is about that starting journey. And for less than £100, you can easily start your exercise at home and make a difference and start to get active. As I say, not against large fitness equipment at all. I just don't personally believe that if you're going from sofa to active, you need to be investing thousands of pounds or hundreds of pounds on equipment that's just going to sit and go with us. So until you're ready, until you know what makes you tick, don't invest in those larger items. Wait until you're in the right space to do that, and then start adding in things like a punch bag where it is more specific to your exercise. So let's go through that checklist now on things that you need to do to go from sofa to active. So first thing, find a space. Second thing, find time. Third thing, invest in an exercise mat. Then invest in a water bottle that helps you hydrate, and then get your resistance bands. If you can, buy all three at once, but ultimately those are the stages you go through to get yourself from sofa to active. So that is exercise mat, water bottle, resistance bands. Once you've secured those, you'll be able to start getting active at home and start to feel the benefits of movement. And ultimately, that is where we all need to get to. That is the start. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video today. And if you want to buy any of the products I've suggested, it is on our Buds Fitness website. That is it's a family-run business run by me and my wife. Every order is picked and packed by myself, and ultimately we will ensure that you get your product safely and with any kind of instructions or demonstrations you require. If you use the code YTStarter, which I'll put in the description below, we'll give you 10% off until the end of 2026. So if you're watching this video in 2027, you're out of luck. But in 2026, YTStarter, and you can get yourself 10% off our exercise mats, drinks bottles, and our resistance bands. If you found this video useful and you're coming back round to watch it again, and you're ready to take the next steps on your fitness journey, please do click on one of the other videos we've made, and hopefully we'll be able to advise you on your next steps and next pieces of equipment to invest in. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you've got this far, really do appreciate each and every one of you for supporting what we're trying to build here, as again, it's about progression, not perfection, and we want to create Buds Fitness to be fitness for all. So thank you again. I'll end the video rather awkwardly on that.